And welcome to game number 5 of the NLCS between the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And with a win tonight, the Reds can mark their second straight World Series appearance in just as many years. And again, they got to get done tonight here on the road at Dodger Stadium. If not, this series heads back to Great American Ballpark over there in Cincinnati, Ohio, where again, things can completely change as well. And if you're the Dodgers, again, you need this series to go back to Cincinnati for that potential game number 6, because if the Dodgers win, then this series is now 3-2, again, going back to Ohio. On the other side of things, in the AL, the series is currently 3-1 in favor of the Houston Astros over the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, but the Reds can do it tonight and move on to the World Series if they are able to produce with Andrew Abbott on the bump and taking on the pitcher for the Dodgers, the righty, in Nick Frasso. It is Reds and Dodgers here in game number 5 of the NLCS. Can the Reds go to their second straight World Series? We will see the two powerhouses here in the National League collide for this game number 5. And folks, if you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more Reds franchise mode here on the channel. Heading to the mound first, there is Nick Frasso, ERA of 5.96 in the regular season, 8-11 record. Their rotation falls off heavily after those top 4 guys, Ohtani, Miller, Glasnow, May. They go to Frasso tonight instead of potentially going to Ohtani on short rest. TJ Friedl obliterates one, but it's going to be caught in center field by James Outman. Bryce Harper comes up on the 2-1 pitch, and Bryce goes up the middle, and he will have a single again with that contact up the middle. Bryce will be standing on first base for Kyle Tucker on the 1-2 pitch. Tucker puts one on the ground to second base over to Miguel Vargas. That'll do it for the top of the first. Frasso gets out of it as Andrew Abbott will get the ball here in the bottom half of the inning. Now, his first start in the postseason wasn't great. 4 innings, 13.5 ERA. Freddie Freeman leading things off for the Dodgers, and Freddie will get popped out to the catcher, Shea Langeliers. So a good start for Abbott. He'll see a lot of lefties in this Dodgers lineup, but of course they've put the righties in as well, as there's the third baseman, Matthew Baden. That's 2 gone for Shohei Ohtani, the other big lefty with Freeman. He'll strike out in the sweeping curve as we go into the top of the second. Will Benson up first. He's going to blast one into right field, but that ball will hang up for the right fielder out there in Adolis Garcia. Spencer Steer now on the 1-2 pitch gets a high-breaking sweeping curve, 72 miles an hour on that pitch. That ball's into deep center. It's out of here. Spencer Steer makes it 1-0. His 4th of the postseason, goes 404 feet, and the Cincinnati Reds have now taken a 1-0 lead thanks to one swing by Spencer Steer. He's been so good in the playoffs. He's really come around. Steer makes it 1-0. Joey Gallo strikes out on that fastball. Shea Langeliers now on the 1-2 pitch. Oh, man! 2 in an inning for the Reds. Shea into deep left field. That ball finally just got down. 2-0 Cincinnati. And just like Steer, Langeliers has hit his 4th of the playoffs as well. 2-0 Reds. What a start. You couldn't have asked for anything better as they tack on 2 here in the top of the second. And that is that same exact pitch from Frasso. I don't think that's going to be a great pitch for him. A sweeping curve that's very slow right down the middle. He will get Matt McLain there, but I hope he gives us that spot a couple more times. Andrew Abbott will strike out Mookie Betts, so now get James Outman to roll over to second base to Matt McLain. 2 gone in the inning for Randall Grichuk on the 1-1. Grichuk's going to hit that one to left field right to Bryce Harper. Abbott is through 2 scoreless to start this game off as we go on to the top of the third. Elly De La Cruz first for the Reds. There's that sweeping curve again. Elly into right field. It is a ground rule double. Again, I don't know why Frasso and the Dodgers keep going to it. Maybe because his other stuff isn't that good as well. Friedl up the middle with a single makes it 3-0 Reds. Harper now looking for more. He takes a circle change right down the middle, or change up right down the middle. It'll allow Friedl to take second as we were taking all the way right there with Bryce. Harper now hits one hard into center field, 105 exit velo. It will be deep enough to tag Friedl, and we'll just get him 90 feet away here for Kyle Tucker. Can Tucker make it 4-0 on the 1-1 pitch? There is that same exact sweeping curve. It hangs up for Adolis Garcia, but it appears that Garcia is in no position to throw the baseball. So 4-0 Reds as Friedl tags up on that sac fly. Will Benson looking to add on. That ball is going to get down in center field. Benson's on with a 2-out single, making way now for the 6th spot. Spencer Steer, who homered in his first AB. Did he do it again? Steer, deep left field. That ball is off the wall. It's going to score Benson, and the Reds get things going with 2 outs. 5-0 Reds as they're trying to put this game basically away already. Joey Gallo to right field with a single. Here comes Steer around third. Adolis Garcia, oh, he does have a good arm. Yeah, okay. He will get Steer at the plate, but not before the Reds make it a 5-0 lead. They scored 2 in the second, 3 in the third. We'll see what they do in the 4th inning. But on the other side of things, Andrew Abbott has given the Dodgers no hope. I mean, the man is absolutely obliterating this lineup. 3 up, 3 down, all on strikeouts. As we go into the top of the 4th, Shea Langoliers is going to fly that Garrett Hill pitch into right field. Yes, Hill now in the game for Frasso. And again, I question the decision-making from the Dodgers allowing Frasso to get the start tonight. You have a guy in Shohei Ohtani who pitched game 1, who could definitely go on short rest, and a guy, again, who pitched very well against Cincinnati in game number 1. And then, yeah, Bobby Miller could go game 6 if needed. Game 7, you figure it out when you get it there, but this is what the Dodgers have done to themselves. They are now down by 5 here in the bottom of the 4th. Andrew Abbott now 4 straight strikeouts. He'll set down Freeman down and away. Matthew Baden now going to get popped out. There is Matt McClain in the infield. That's 2 gone. Now up will be Shohei Ohtani on the 3-2 pitch. The Dodgers are just looking for signs of life, but they're not getting them. Ohtani grounds out. We go to the 5th inning. 5-0 is our score. And who else would add on? Bryce Harper. So clutch in the playoffs. Bryce makes it 6-0 with a solo home run. It happens to be Harper's 6th home run in the playoffs as well. 412 feet. He is going to be now back on track to win his 2nd straight postseason MVP as long as the Reds can win the World Series against either Houston or Los Angeles. But man, Bryce Harper had a very rough start to this postseason. He has now turned it around. He is batting in the mid-200s. And you know, if this Reds team makes the World Series, which it's looking more and more likely that they will, hell, Will Benson just got on with a 1-out triple. But yeah, if we get to the World Series, you know Harper's going to show up, and I think that postseason MVP trophy will probably be his, no matter how the World Series does end and who is the winner. Spencer Steer, though, going to drive in another run on that sac fly. Benson going to get around that tag by the catcher in Will Smith. Joey Gallo's 1 for 2. He's now 1 for 3. That's fine. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, still up 7-0. And Andrew Abbott is just giving this Dodgers team so many problems. Mookie Betts, though, will get on with a deflected infield single. Betts will be on first for James Outman. Outman, though, takes a horrible swing at a 12-6 curve. In the process, though, Betts will take second base. He'll be standing in scoring position for Randall Grichuk on the 1-2 pitch. Grichuk swing and a miss on a curveball away. If you remember, Grichuk had a very good game earlier on in the series in place of Shohei Ohtani, but it looks like his offense isn't really coming through tonight. Andrew Abbott will get Garcia to pop out to end the inning. It is 7-0, and the Dodgers are now down to their final 12 outs here in 2027. A team that won the World Series in 2020 in a season where they played 60 regular season games, and a team that also lost the World Series in 2024 to the Seattle Mariners. It looks like they're going to come up short again. Last season, the Dodgers lost in the NLDS to the Arizona Diamondbacks, who eventually did lose to the Cincinnati Reds team. I mean, in 2025, we didn't see the Dodgers in the playoffs either. Of course, we avoided them. We got to see the Chicago Cubs in the NLCS, where, of course, the Reds did lose. It's just been more disappointment for Los Angeles, and in the Shohei Ohtani era, they are yet to win the World Series. And I don't know if it's happening this year as well. Freddie Freeman with a 2-out single. So again, something's going on for the Dodgers. But Matthew Baden on the 1-2 pitch gonna hit one on the ground right to Matt McClain. McClain to De La Cruz. So again, in the Ohtani era, they are still World Series-less, as Bryce Harper in his 2nd season with the Reds, oh, I thought he went yard again, but Harper in his 2nd season with the Reds is staring down a potential 2nd World Series with the ball club, a 3rd in his career, obviously, 1 with the Philadelphia Phillies. And we'll see what happens from here. Again, that kind of feels like that was the turning point for this franchise, right? I mean, yes, we had 3 big pickups in that offseason 2 years ago. Harper, Hernandez, Tucker. And yes, Tucker's been good at points. Hernandez was very beneficial to us in that World Series run, but Bryce Harper, of course, has had the biggest impact. If we don't have Bryce Harper last season, I don't know if the Reds win the World Series. And now again, Harper is leading the charge for this team to potentially win back-to-back. And now the Dodgers have runners in the corners here. It's in the 7th inning. We will go to Martin Valenzuela out the bullpen. We'll see what Valenzuela can do. Randall Grichuk got the dish in the 3-1 pitch. He saws his bat off. That ball's going to drop. Runner stays put at third. We're going to get the lead runner at second. Of course, Grichuk gets in at first. Corners 2 outs. Adolis Garcia swing and a miss. And Martin Valenzuela, who has not been the best, goes through and gets out the jam. So to the top of the 8th, Spencer Steers 2 for 2. I don't know if he's going to remain perfect here. That ball is flown into deep left field, but it dies at the track. James Outman goes up and gets it. Joey Gallo on the 1-2 pitch, looking for the power. Gallo, did he get all of it? Definitely not. That one's going to be caught in center by Grichuk. 2 down for Shea Langeliers, and Langeliers takes a horrible looking swing at that pitch right there. We go on to the bottom of the 8th. Will Smith leading things off for the Dodgers. There is going to be a bloop single for him in the right. Smith is on with a leadoff knock. Miguel Vargas now on the 1-1, hits one hard into center field. There is TJ Friedl. The Dodgers now down to their final 5 outs here in 2027. Freddie Freeman on the 3-2 pitch will get out in front of that one, and it will fall left. Runner will move up to third, so the Dodgers again will have him on the corners. Can they finally score this time, though, is the question. Matthew Baton on the 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to drop in center field. Baton's going to have himself an RBI. It's 7-1. Ohtani at the plate. Oh, man. Valenzuela swinging and a miss on a curveball. 2 down for Mookie Betts on the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be a ground out to short to Elly De La Cruz. And it's not like the Ohtani era has failed, at least from a personal perspective, for Shohei Ohtani. He's won multiple MVPs. He's won multiple Cy Youngs. He's been an all-star every single season with this squad. It's just that in true Dodgers fashion, they have not been able to come through in the playoffs. They're down to their final out. The batter is Adolis Garcia. He was a world champion with the Rangers. He will walk. Will Smith now will get a shot on the 1-2 pitch. Matt Strahm deals ball on the ground. McLean to De La Cruz, and that's it. The Cincinnati Reds are returning to the World Series in back-to-back seasons. They have gone on to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers in 5 games. They had a very tightly contested 5-game series with the Atlanta Braves in the NLDS, and now they will look to the World Series, where I can now say they will be taking on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The Angels have come back from down 3-1 to defeat the Braves, and now it will be Trout versus Harper in the World Series. My goodness. Mike Trout finally gets his chance to win a world championship, and eyeing him down will be the man who has been touted as his rival, at least as the two have been coming up the league. It will be Harper versus Trout in the 2027 World Series. Can Trout finally become a world champion, or will Harper lead the Reds to back-to-back? So folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 76 of the Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.